So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In previous video I told you how you can, I showed you also how you can add functionality to Might. And but one more thing, I actually we couldn't see our output because that was the problem of my laptop, my machine. You can see, I showed you output also. That was a problem with also. Actually I am running Kali, that's why I am seeing this error. It can be removed also. I will do it, and I'll show the output of my button. But in this video we will use, we will simply add the functionalities of key responsor. I told you earlier about key responsor, where you can pass your own commands, and second one is timetable symbol. So let's add features to my timetable symbol. I told you about how we are going to work with timetable mode. Actually, along with actual save or save as, there will be an anonymous save which is not known to the user in a particular folder. So let's make that folder, and for making that folder we will do it over here. We will make that folder over here. Let's use try first of all, because we will get an exception over here. We can, not we will. In most of the time we will get exception, and a particular time we will not get an exception. I'll show you how. os.get cwd, it means we will get current working directory, and path equal to path 1 plus means current path, and after that you have to make a folder include, and in that folder we should have, there will be a folder of name resource include resources, then text underscore usr means user, then logs. Actually I am making these folders just for increasing security, nothing else. Then logs, then traverse. So in traverse folder, all files, all anonymous saves will be occurred, and it will be in logs folder, and that is going to be in usr, and usr is going to be in resources, and resources is going to be in include. So currently we are going to make 5 folders one by one. So one is include, resources, usr, logs, and traverse. So what will happen? First of all, we will get the current working directory, and if this path does not exist, then this program will, or this script will automatically make a path, will make this path or make these folders. And if it is already there, if these paths are or these folders are already there, then we will get exception, and we will handle that also. So os.make dirs, because you want to make directories, then path, this path will be made, os can make this path automatically. Then os.change directory, ch dir path1 means we are switching again to previous path, that is current working directory, os.change dir path1. Now suppose that if this folder already exists, then in that case exception will occur, and we will simply use a pass, means nothing will be happen. If we don't have these folder, then this try block will be run. If we have this folder inside our current working directory, then this pass will be, this except will be run. When you run this program first time, then this try will occur, and after subsequent running, or when you run next time, this except will be run, because you have folder that time, you will have that folder. So let's make a method anonymous save, that is because it is very important for anonymous save purpose. So let's make a function name def anonymous save. So this is the method self dot name copy. Actually, I will tell you what is the use of this name copy. So this is our method. Actually, what is the name copy? Name copy is the name of file. Means suppose that I save my file with my text file.txt. Then my text file.txt is the name copy, or is the name of the file, and the name of file will be stored as name copy over here. So for doing that, we will add functionality, no problem, and we will fetch the name of file also. And suppose that if we have address of the whole file, suppose that I am in C drive, and then in C drive I have folder name user, and in that user I have my file, my file.txt. Then we have to extract my file.txt from that folder. So we will do it also using another class name, file name provider, no problem, we will do it. But let's add functionality to it first. So yeah, working. So anonymous save cur date means current date equal to date dot today, means we are fetching the current date dot today. And one more thing also, I think we have to import date also. Because date is important. So how to import date? Let's import it from date time, import date. So we have imported date, and we have imported time. I think so. No, we haven't imported time. So let's import it. Import time. Date. We have imported date and we have imported time. We have to import keyword also. I'll tell you why. But let's import it here first. Import keyboard. I think, yeah, this library is not installed currently. We have to install it. That's why it is not suggesting me. So let's import it. Because keyboard, using keyboard library, we will observe that which keyboard button are pressed and which command we have to execute after these buttons. So this is the current date we are fetching using this method. Now what we want to do, we have fetched the date, but one more thing also, actually we are working with anonymous save. So it is our duty to make a variable for time also, because we are working with both date and time in anonymous save. Yeah. So current date equal to date dot today means current date, and after that cur time, current time will be time dot strft, and the format of time will be r, then minute, then second. Great. So this is going to be the time format, hour, minute and second. So this is the time, going to be the time format. Now we have to fetch the path of the traverse folder, because we want to save our file over there in traverse folder. I told you that traverse folder will contain the all anonymous saves. So let's fetch that path. So path equal to os dot get cwd, os dot get cwd means current working directory. So now we have fetched the current working directory. So let's add a file name. File name is going to be a variable equal to, actually file name is the very informal name. Let's add path equal to path1 plus path1 plus include and then resources, then underscore usr, then logs, then traverse. So this is the path of the folder named traverse. This is the path of the traverse folder. Whole path means initial working directory, current working directory plus these folders. They all together provide the path for the traverse folder. Include resources, usr, logs, and traverse. So now this is let's add the file name. So file name will be file name, because we are saving a file in traverse and we should have a file name for that. File name equal to file name, not file name, actually path. First of all path, then plus name copy, then str, converting cur date to string, cur date to string, then str cur time to string. So this is going to be the whole, this is going to be the name of the file, means path, name copy, no sorry, actually name of path will be, wait, I'll tell you, name of path will be name copy str and str current time. I'll tell you, because this path will tell us that where I want to save my file. So the name of file will be name copy is current date and current time. That's it. This is the name of the path. And I told you that name copy will hold the name of the file. Means suppose that I am saving a file with my desktop.txt. This is the name of the path. Then this name copy will hold the name my desktop.txt. And yeah, so this name copy will hold the name of the file if it is pre-written. If we are saving that, then first of all, then actual save will occur, and from that save we will fetch, we will copy the name of file and put it over here. So overall this name copy will contain the name of the file only, nothing else. The actual name along with date and then time. This is the address of the file. So we have used file name. Let's open a file. F equal to open file name, open file name. Then I want to write it, I want to save it, that's why I am opening in write mode. So I want to write, that's why I am opening in write mode. And a equal to, I am getting the value of text editor, whole text box, value of whole text box. So dot get 1.0 comma tk dot end. This is the value of whole text present in the text editor or scroll text widget. Whole content means in simply whole content of your files, of your file. Then a equal to a, then we have to write it, f dot write a, we have to write that content. Yeah, it is, we have done writing. Let's close it, f dot close, fine, then return, exit from this function. So this is the whole process for mlms save. Now we have used that function. Now what we have to do, we have to simply actually we have to call this function where we have to call this function inside save function or save as function method also. So this is anonymous save. Now at the I will not call it at random time. I will call it when my actual save or my save as method will be called. So for doing that, let's search for the save as file button or save file button first. Yeah, this is save as file button and this is save file button. So great, we have find out where we have reached the save file button. So here we have obj equal to words adder and then list of words, because here we have added the word to the library, as you can see. Now what we want to do, we want to use anonymous save, because after actual saving anonymous save will be occurred. So for doing that, how do we do that? Let's see. Here we have closed the file. Then let's make an object obj2 equal to file name provider. File name provider, obj equal to file name provider. Actually this is the method of a class. I will make that just after this method. I will make that, but I will tell you that what is the use of this method. So obj2 equal to file name provider and then self dot file name pointer. Actually if you remember that file name pointer will hold the name of the file, the file over which we are working right now. File name pointer will hold the name of that file along with the path, means it will hold the whole path also. So it will hold the name of the file. No, actually yeah, this will this file name pointer will hold the name only, it will not hold the path. Keep in mind, it will hold the name only. Suppose that I am in root. Wait, actually suppose that I am in root and then I am in images and I am in documents, and then my file is my.txt. Then it will hold only my. It do not hold the values of address. So we have provided the name of the file, and inside so this is the file name pointer. Let's verify first. Actually I am confused with file name pointer. You can see that here we have used file name pointer, it means, and here we are writing, it means, I am sorry for that really, because this is, since this is open and in this open we are using file name pointer, it means it is holding the complete path. I'm sorry for that. Actually I was a little bit confused, but now I am clear that it is self.file name pointer, it means it is holding the path. So what we want to do, we want to extract the name of the file from this file name pointer, and for doing that we will make a separate function and separate class. So we will do it, no problem. So suppose that here I have made the I have made the function file name pointer. I will do it, no problem. And I have passed the file name pointer. So this file name pointer is currently holding the name of the location along with it. This file name holding the name of the file along with the path. So let's remove it. How do we do that? Let's make a file, another file name provider. For doing that, we have to make another class. Inside when create new Python file, and the name of file will be file name provider. So this is the or file name. Same name will be assigned to class, its class I mean. So class control V and then use then object, sorry not object, that's constructor. Now actually since this is a file name provider, so it is his duty to extract file name from the whole path. It is his duty. So it will require string. That initial string is holding the file name along with the address. So we have to extract file name only. So how do we do that? Let's convert str2. Let's convert it into string. Actually there is no need to do it because initially it is a string also. So now what do you want to do? str2, this str2 I want to actually I want to reverse this method. I want to reverse this string. Let me tell you my algorithm why I want to reverse. Suppose that this is my path and this is root, then docs, then files, then this dot txt. Actually we want to, this is the whole path and currently this str2 is just like this, or you can say that it is holding a value like this one. This is the whole this is the file name along with the path. So this str2 is holding this one. Now what we want to do, we just want to extract this .txt because this is the actual name of the file. This is not the name, this is the path of the file, this is the name. So I want to extract this .txt. So how do we do that? First of all there is a simple syntax. We have to reverse this whole string, and from there we have to since I am reversing this part will reach here and this part will reach here, this will reach here and this will here, and I will then I will do what I will do is I will remove each word one by one, and when I reach this, or we can say that this first, because now this is going to be this side, and I will remove each word from left side, and when I will reach this \n, a single \n will be removed and each and everything will remain as it is. So let's do it, or you can say that more simply, after reversing it will be here. Just imagine that this .txt, this .txt. So I will, so this is my algorithm. From here I will remove this txt and I will put this txt into another string, and from that string I will get the value of the file. So this is the algorithm. So let's do it. This is the object. Now I am reversing it. str2 equal to str2, then -1. So it will do reversing for me. str2, this syntax will do it will simply reverse for me. So self.str, a string variable which will hold the name of file for me. So str equal to str, initially it is str2, and str1 equal to null string or empty string, not null string. Null is different thing. And then I am traversing for I in self.str, means I am traversing in inverted string. Initially I got some string and I have inverted that, I have reversed that. So I am traversing in that string, and if I got I am putting my condition, if I is not equal to, means if I have not found any \n till now, then what will I do? I'll simply add that value, or I'll simply that index to this variable str1, then plus I. So that index will simply be added to this str1. If I do not get any or we can say that if I do not get any, yeah, backslash. Actually this is front slash. So up to front slash everything will be added to a this str1. And if I got slash, then what will happen? Let's write the code. Else break. So I have put a break over here. If I got backslash n, then just simply stop traversing. There is no need to stop because we have got what we want to do. Now the problem is actually we have extracted the value. Now we want to do is we have the file name, but that is in reverse order. So again we have to do a reversing for getting the actual name. So str1 equal to str1 minus 1. Great. So again we have done reversing. Now our output will be self dot str. So this is self dot str equal to str1. Now we have updated the value of self dot str. This is self dot str1, and here we are calling self dot get method. Means a method which will simply, or you can say that a method which will simply return me the actual file name. It will return me the file name. Here all processing will took place, and the file will take place. And whatever the output, I will get that output from this get method. Return, it's fine. Return self dot str. So this is the final output that we are going to get from this class. So return self dot str. Great. Let's move back to the main file. So this is our main file, as you can see. Now jump back to the again. Let's again jump back to the save file. Yeah, okay, we are here. So this is save file. Now you can understand that file name provider. Here I am passing file name provider, and here I am providing a path along with the file name. So it will do filtration of file name for me. Now if I want to get the file name, then how I will get that? So I'll get that using get method, which I made currently. So name copy. Actually, if you remember, this name copy is present in anonymous save. So this is the name. This is that variable. So obj 2 dot get. So using get method, name copy equal to obj 2 dot get. Using this obj dot get will return the name of the file. It will after filtration. So this name copy will hold the name of the file, and what we have to do, we just have to simply pass it to anonymous function. So self dot anonymous save, this we have called the function, and pass name code. So this is the whole syntax for achieving time traversing. So time traversing mode, self dot anonymous save. Just copy it and put it in another saves also. So just copy it, obj2, put it here also in else case, and in save as file also. Actually I have to search where is my save as file. So this is my save as file, so I have to put it here also. Great. Let's move it. This is useless over here. So just let's verify the result along with it. So let's see whether we have resources or not currently, or those folder which we made using Python. So this is a PyCharm project folder, and here we have our this is text editor over which we are working currently. So you can see that I mentioned that in current working directory I have to make include, and then include we have resources. Currently it is empty, let's see after running the code what will happen. You can see that module not found keyboard because we have imported module and we haven't installed it. And one more thing also, we have not imported the file name provider here also. We have to import that. So from file name provider, this is the name of class, no, not class, this is the name of file, import, this is the name of class. So that's great, we have imported the file name provider. And first of all we have to import or download this keyboard package. So let's go to setting, interpreter, and then use keyboard. Great, so this is keyboard. Let's install this package. Actually this is a very small package, so it will not take that amount of time, but as I told you that my internet connection is slow currently, so don't wait for it, it will be installed for us. Cancel it and then click on OK. Again it is yeah, now it is installed packages keyboard. Let's run it. So let's verify again. Here we have resources and then USR. Yeah, actually let's remove it, no problem. Let's remove it and see the result again. Text editor, because I run this program, that's why we got those folders. Now if I remove them, let's see what will happen. Remove this hold, include. So currently we are not having any include. Let's run again and see the result. So program is running. Here we have include and then resources and then USR and then logs and then traverse. So this traverse is empty currently. So let's type something randomly again. Let's save it with any name, then save. So wait, actually I have to displace it is causing error, this tree. So currently the file name is as a random name. Actually this is a random name, no problem. So let's go to time traverser mode, not mode, that time traverser folder, and you can see that here we have the file name as the same file name along with date and the time, as I said earlier. You can open here and you will get the out. So this was the anonymous save, which will save, or you can say that which was saved without the information of user, because user do not know anything about this save. So and in this way we can achieve the functionality of time traversal, and we can open that also using open function. So let's open that file using time traverser. So in time traverser, actually we have not make any function for time traverser. This is the anonymous save. Now what time traverser will do, it will directly open that folder and we can open file from that folder. This is the only beauty of time traverser, because you have done anonymous save. Now it's time to open those files using time traverser. So that is not going to be a tedious task. For that we have to use time traverser method, or time traverser method. So let's do it. Here we have time traverser method. Let's see where we have that method. Yeah, this is time traverse. Now we want to open the file, nothing else. Actually this method will work like open file method, Chipto same, almost same. You can say that yeah, this is similar to open file. Let's make it. So path1 equal to os.getCwd. I am asking Python, just first of all tell me the current path, and then what I will do, I am assigning the path path equal to path1 plus again include resources USR logs and then traverse. Include resources include resources USR logs and then traverse. So that's fine. We have we are holding the path. Now what we want to do is we just want to open a file. So how to open? Same syntax we have used in open file. So we have to use that syntax. File name equal to tk dot file dialog dot ask open file name, and here we have initial dir. Now initial dir will be, so I want this open tool. This open tool should open in traverse folder. So what I will do is I will simply assign initial dir equal to path, so it will open over there. So that's it, path. Now title will be time traversal. So this is the title, and file types will be file types will be again text txt. You can assign your file also text files, then star.txt. Actually this is the same syntax which I wrote. This is similar to that syntax which I wrote in open file. Don't take tension, you can understand from there also. And .txt, and one more thing also, and the thing is if I want to open other files, so that I can also open those files. So all files, and then their extension can be anything. So for that you have to use star, means their extension can be anything, star. So this is the regex style actually, star. There. So we have the file name also. Now we have the file name which we want to open. So this dialog box simply return a name of the file which we will choose. Now since we are clicking on time traversal mode, it means we want to open that file. So how do we do that? Let's do it. First of all, let's try to delete each and everything. If it is already empty, then we will get an exception, and we will handle that using except. And if it is not empty, then we will clear the screen first, and after that we will open the file. So let's do it. Self.txt box.delete each and everything from beginning to the end. tk.end. So that's fine, we have cleared each and everything. Self.file name pointer equal to file name. Actually, if you remember, file name pointer will tell me the current opening file, the name of the current opening file. So that's why since I am opening a new file using time traversal, it is my duty to assign a new value to file name pointer. So same thing I am doing over here. I am assigning a new value to file name pointer. So self.file name pointer equal to file name. Now I want to open it. F equal open file name. I want to do it in read mode because I want to read each and everything from that file. and after reading each and everything from that file, I want to write that in text area. So first of all, let's read it. For I in f dot read, great, in f dot read. So I'm reading, and self dot text box. So currently I am reading from that file, and now I want to open that into my text box. So insert tk dot end, tk dot end comma I. So this is the text I, and it will be added to text box using the syntax. Now if I have done reading, then what will I do, or what should I do? Then in that case I have to update this file address label also, because we are opening a new file. So it is again our duty to update this file traversal label, the label which will appear over here, and which will tell us that which file we are currently working with. Self dot file address label dot config text, text should be file. Actually guys, what we want to do, it, yeah, path date, this is the path f dot open, and this is the file. Yeah, actually guys, what we want to do is we are working with the anonymous save, or we are working that traverse is a silent option of this program. So we don't want to open that whole address inside using that label. So here I am just adding file name, so it will not show me the address, it will just show me the file, because in earlier case it was showing me address along with the file name, but here I will get only the file name, because this time traversal mode is a secrecy, or can say that it is a privacy of this program. So we will not open that and open the address of that folder to user. So self dot file address label dot config text equal to file name. So let's update the app self dot update, fine. And suppose that if I get exception here, then I will use pass simply. So let's verify it. After running, you can see that if I click over here, this is displaying me, actually it is displaying me the wrong output. Okay, let's see why. It is opening the path, but it is not opening it correctly. Okay, let's run again and verify the result. Time traverse. It is putting us in van. I don't know why. We want ourselves in traverse. I think we have not called this method. That can be the issue. Let's see in time traverse mode. Where is our time traversal mode? This is file addresser. No, we are calling this method only. And why it is throwing error? Let's see again. We are at time traversal. Path 1 equal to os dot get CWD. Let's see first of all what this get CWD will do for us. Print os dot get CWD. Great. Let's run it and open it. Now let's see the output. You can see that it is displaying me this path. Yeah, it is displaying me this path. Text editor, then when this one. So path 1 is fine over here. We are in when, and after when, let's see what we have. Inside when we have include. Okay, no problem. So let's put a what we call as slash over here, or you can put a slash over here also. And let's run again and let's verify the result. So guys, as you can see that this is our time traversal directory, and yeah, this is our time traversal directory. Let's save a file first. Let's save it with name myfile.txt. Save. Then let's open time traversal. You can see that it is not displaying me any file. I don't know why, but let's see. But here we have file. If you guys, if you notice that here we have file .txt, but after txt we have date and time. So for doing that, you have to select this all files. So you can see that here I have both files. I want to open earlier file, so let's open earlier file, and you can see that this is the output. So hence in this way you can add the functionality of time traversal mode in your file. Means first of all, for adding that functionality you have to use anonymous save first. Use anonymous save, and for getting the output of that save you have to simply add a button name time traversal. And so in this way you can protect your data also. And guys, one more thing also, you can see over here we just want the name of this file only, we don't want this one. So this is the bug. Let's remove this. Let's remove this. So it can be removed by, let's see how do we remove that. This is file name, yeah, actually this file name has updated, because this currently file name is holding the path also. This is holding the path also. Now what we want is, we want to actually, yeah, we want to remove, or we want to filter the path. So means we want to filter the name from the path, since this file name is holding the path and along with file name. So how do we do that? So we will do it using that class name file name provider. So if you remember file name provider, we have to pass file name along with its path, and this class will do automatic filtering for me, and it will return me the name of the path only, not path, name of the file only. So let's do it. What we have to do is, yeah, file name provider, actually the name of the file was Let's see where we have defined that. Actually, I think it was an anonymous save. Yeah, this one, obj2. Just copy this, because this will work as a filtration technique over here. So time traverse, yeah, this is time traverse, and what I want the text should be, let's pass it over here. It will do filtration, name copy, remove this, and I will simply pass name copy over here, name copy. Great. Let's see the output again. Not save file, this time we are opening time traverser. Select this, open this. Now you can see that here it is not displaying me any path, so hence we have achieved another functionality named time traverser. So guys, we have done each and everything right now. We have added functionality to all the buttons. You can see from here also we have added functionalities to open file and new file, save as file also. We have added functionality, and time traverser also, you can see that, and copy is also working, mic is also working, but output of mic is still remaining. No problem, I'll do it also. And AI is also working. Now what I want shortcuts for these buttons also. So since it is a smart text editor, then it should have shortcuts also. So let's make a simple, or you can say that last function or last method of this file. Let's do it. So for that, actually, for achieving commands, suppose if I press Alt tab, then what will be done over here in this application, and etc. For that, I am making another pure, or you can say that what I said. Actually, I am forgetting the name. Pure, yeah, method. Another method, that is def key response. Let's name that method as keys responser. Keys responser, then self. Let's put try, so that if error will be thrown using keys, that will not terminate our program. Try over here, and then let's see if keyboard dot is pressed. Suppose if control and then, suppose if user press control and then control S I mean to say, then what it should save our file. If this event happened, then we have to save the file. So what we will use, self dot save file. So it will save the file for me. Now suppose if user press Control Shift C, so it will copy the file for me, whole file. Is pressed Control Shift and then C, Control then plus then Shift then C. So if user press Control Shift C, then it will copy the file for me. Then self dot, this is the last part of this whole project also. This is the last part, our last video also. So self dot copy file. So this is the copy file command. If user presses Control S, then it will save the file, and if you press Control Shift C, then it will copy the file for me. So if this is happening, so let's use it. not use it, add functionalities to other buttons also. If user presses control O, if user simply presses control O, then it should open the file. It should open the file for me. Now suppose if user presses, actually it is throwing error. Yeah, it is throwing error because it's an indentation error. Actually main problem is this. So let's copy it again. If keyboard is pressed, here we have used control C and control, yeah, suppose if user presses escape, ESC, then what I want, then I want AI mode should work, then I use self dot AI mode. Great. If user presses escape, and if user presses control shift R, control shift and then small r or R simply, then what I want, time traversal mode should run. Time traversal mode should run. And at last, if user presses control then shift and then N, means new file, then what I want, user will be actually guys, sorry for that, I have to go for a few seconds, sorry for that. So if user presses control shift R, new, then new file should be opened, then method will be create file, this method. Now we have made the method, defined the method, but we haven't called it yet. So let's call it in artificial intelligence mode, means while working with AI mode, let's call it over here, because at that time we are dealing with another thread. So let's call this method over there. So we have to search for actually AI mode first. Let's search for it, and it is accept finally. Yeah, accept finally. Suppose that if exception occurs over here, then simply use pass, nothing will happen. Let's see where is AI mode first, because it is going to be added over there. Yeah, AI working. No, actually AI working is not safe for that. Yes. Okay, the better class for this will be word suggestion method. Let's see where is that. Yeah, because here we have a continuous loop, means we can detect keys also along with this, because here continuous loop is running, so that's why I am putting this over here. You can also put according to you, self dot keys responser, that's it. So this is the final program or final project. Let's run it. You can see that if I am typing something without pressing, and one more thing also, if I press control N, yeah, I am pressing control N. No, actually it should be control shift N. I am pressing, but nothing is happening. But if I enable AI mode, means we are working with artificial intelligence mode, then in that case it should open a file for me. You can see from here, I haven't pressed any button over here, it opened a dialog box for me. So use yes. Actually, I have pressed for a long time. I have pressed it for a long time. That's why it has opened multiple dialog box. So this can also be removed. But currently, I am not going to remove that because this is a very long project. So you can also remove that. So you can see if I press escape, then let's okay. Now AI is working. Let's see what is. And one more thing also, if I press escape, then AI will be disabled. Let's see why. When I press, oh yes, sure. Actually, escape is for AI mode. If I want to use AI mode, then we have to suppose that it is working. Now, if we want to disable it, we will use escape button like this. So it is disabled. We cannot open this because we cannot open this AI mode using escape because that escape is written in AI already. That's why, and we cannot use that over there. So if I want to use time traversal or if I want to copy the code, then we will use Control C. If I want to save the file, then this is a text. Without saving the save file button, my file will be saved using Control S. I think Control Shift S. Oh, AI is not working. Let's see Control S. You can say that. You can see that here dialog box has been opened. So hence in this way, sorry, in this way you can add what I say, saying yeah, you can add your own commands to the program. And this is our whole text editor. One thing is not working, and that is mic. Actually, this is my hardware problem, not of this one. You can see from here also. In self.run mic as source connect. Actually, it cannot be connect to the to connect to my socket, and it is the problem of this ALSA library. Actually, over this Linux I am running ALSA for getting sound. So that's why I could not use this function over here, but definitely it will run in your PC because in introduction video I also showed you how whether it is working or not. So same syntax I have used over here. But let's see so that we can run. Let's search for some result, or let's give only 5 minutes to this so that it can run. If it not, so you can run it on your own laptop also. The script is fine. And if you got something erroneous like in my script, you can also let me know in comment section. Sorry, you can tell me in comment section also. So start new session. Mic is not working in Kali. Let's see. Again internet problem. So sorry guys, you have to do it on. If you got some error, then you can inform me using comment. No problem. It is loading very slow, but yeah, page has been loaded. No problem. If we can resolve that, it will be better. Actually, I think there are no lies. This is not the sufficient site for this. Ask Ubuntu. Let's see. I think yeah, Ask Ubuntu is a good website for Linux. Okay, leave that. Just because of internet, it is not working. So guys, hence in this way you can make your own smart text editor at your home using Python. So this is going to be the last part of the video, and the whole project has been ended up. So guys, if you like my videos or if you like my content, then please do subscribe and hit the like button so that I will be motivated for further videos, and definitely I will add or I'll launch, publish new videos or related to other projects also, and some useful videos also which can be useful for you. So guys, if you like my content, then please do subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you guys.